What's up, guys? Welcome to Wow. Oh god, that's loud. I have my headphones plugged into my Yeti and I just blew my ears out with my own voice. Oh god. Welcome to the uncle that works for Nintendo. I'm a little bit loopy right now. I'm still a little bit on my fever medicine because my fever it's just about gone, but oh boy, it's really fighting to stay. But right here we've got the uncle that works for Nintendo. It's really weird because it's completely silent. Um, I can only hear myself from my Yeti and the air blowing in the room. It's not really even air blowing in the room. I think it's just my computer making noise and my Yeti's picking it up. So, from what I've been told, this is a storybook game, choose your own adventure game thing. I don't know. I really don't know what to expect from this. This game makes extensive use of sound. Play with headphones. For the best experience, occasionally it may take control of your browser. It's not optimized for mobile. For context and trigger warnings, click here. The uncle that works for Nintendo. You are 11 years old. What is your best friend's name? Andrew, Ashley, Brandon, Dave, Jessica, Megan, Nicole, Michael, Ryan, and Sarah. Well, the only person here that I've actually had when I was little was a best friend or friend was a kid named Brandon. So, your best friend Brandon has invited you to a sleepover at his house this weekend. You've been friends with him since first grade, so asking your mom is only a formality. So you have choices. The red text is what you can pick. Asking your mom. You've never confirmed this, but you suspect the babysitter may charge extra when there are two kids. You sometimes feel like staying somewhere else is the only way to help. You go, bro. Look out for your mother. Your best friend Brent. Oh. This is the same thing that I saw. Oh, I guess I have to click on the other one. Only formality. Okay. On Friday night, you're home for only a few hours, long enough to pack, get in a fight with your younger sister, pack some more, and watch some TV. At 6 sharp, you're standing on the sidewalk outside Brandon's house while your mom idles in her car nearby. She leans out the window to you. You behave yourself, okay? She says, as always. I'll be at work, but if anything happens, call me. Yes, Mom. I'll pick you up tomorrow at 3, she says again as usual. But then she pauses, looking up at the sky, which has been overcast. Shut up! My phone's ringing. But then she pauses, looking up at the sky, which has been overcast throughout the day. If you play outside, she adds, be careful. It's probably going to rain. Kiss Mom goodbye. I love my mother. After you part, your mom drives down the street, disappearing around the corner. You turn your back to Brandon's house. The lights inside are glowing warmly. You can see Brandon waving at you from his bedroom on the second floor. Head inside. It's 6 p.m. Does that sound? Brandon's mom meets you just inside. Hello, she says. Dinner will be ready in just a few minutes, but you can drop stuff off in the den. You and Brandon are camping out there tonight. Okay. You drop your sleeping and overnight bags in the corner of the den and then pause to take a look around. Behind the couch, a grandfather clock is ticking softly. Through a set of patio doors on the far side of your room, you can see the sky. It's just as gray as it was when your mom left. Framed pictures line the walls, and over the dark fireplace hangs a monstrous pair of antlers from a buck. Is that sound? I can't tell if that's coming from outside my window or the game. A buck that Brandon's dad shot years ago. And of course, there's a big screen TV. Sometimes it makes you uncomfortable how much nicer Brandon's house is than your... Anyway, you drop your sleeping and overnight bags in the corner of the den and then pause to take a look around. It's really messing with me. I can't tell if this is in my headphones or outside. Brandon entered the room while you weren't paying attention, and he now stands in the doorway, smiling expectantly. Are you ready for dinner, he asks. Sure. Dinner passes quickly. Tonight's meal is spaghetti and meatballs. one of Brandon's favorite meals, and his mother points out while replying a helping on your plate. Brandon's father cracks a cold one with the boy. No, cracks a beer and jovially interrogates you about how much trouble you and Brandon are getting into at school. Dessert is a heaping bowls of ice cream drizzled in chocolate sauce. You can't even finish yours. The grandfather clock in the den chimes. You go along now, says Brandon. I can't tell if that's coming from outside. You go along now, says Brandon's mom, smiling from her side of the table. We'll clean up in here. Let's go get the TV ready, says Brandon. Sorry, I'm just making up words. The two of you leave the dining room and head upstairs. Brandon's room is immense. You stay in the den because the TV is large in there, but there's a sizable one in here, flush with the wall opposite the full-sized bed. We'll take the 64 down first, says Brandon, heading towards his TV and opening the entertainment center cabinet. It's his prerogative, of course. He gets to choose what we place first, usually. But as Brandon begins unhooking the cords of the N64 from the TV, you catch sight of the other things he has in there. All the major stuff. An old SNES, a PlayStation, a Dreamcast. PlayStation's best, I don't care what anybody says. But some other things too. Things you don't really recognize. A large black box with green highlights. A smaller purple one. A strange white and yellow tower with what looked like gloves resting on the hooks on either side. A compact white one. What are those? Brandon looks to the cutter in the cabinet. Oh yeah, he says. They're pretty cool. I can't show them to you though. They're still a secret. I promised my uncle. Of course, you suddenly remember his uncle. The uncle who works for Nintendo. Roll credits. In the corner of the grandfather clock. Didn't I see this? Oh, Brandon is parked in front of a large TV playing something on the Nintendo 64. Okay. Let's go down the list. Talk to Brandon. What would you like to talk about? Games. You have a rather one-sided conversation about whether RPGs on the PlayStation are better than the old SNES ones. I don't know. Final Fantasy is pretty good. The clock chimes. You're in the den. Okay, let's watch Brandon play. You and Brandon decides to switch games. Since his library is so large, he picks. You play this one, he says. Play. In this game, you're a warrior saving a magical kingdom of talking animals from an old wizard who barfs up blood every time he talks. It's gross, but also sort of funny. You're pretty good at this one, he says. And then adds, his voice a little low. I never actually beat it. You play for a while. The clock chimes. You're in the den. Brandon's mother bustles into the room, holding a large ceramic bowl filled with popcorn under her arm. How are you kids doing, she asks. Good, says Brandon, his eyes not moving from the television. I hope you're having fun, says Brandon. His mom, here's some popcorn, extra butter. She places it on the floor by Brandon. Almost immediately, Brandon is shoveling popcorn into his mouth. Meanwhile, his mother smiles, first at him, and then back at you. There's sodas in the kitchen if you get thirsty, she says, and some pizza from the other night if you get hungry. Thank you. She looks at Brandon. Your father's gone to bed. I'll be there soon. Myself. I want you to keep it quiet, alright? Yes, Mom, Brandon says tiredly. Oh, and before I forget, she adds, your uncle called. He suddenly has some business here in town tomorrow, but he's driving in early. He'll be here around midnight. For the first time, Brandon stops playing his game, stops eating popcorn, and turns to look at his mother. Okay, he says. I want you to welcome him in. He'll be very tired and very hungry, so offer him something to eat before he goes to bed. Okay, Mom. Good night, kids. And with that, she's gone. She seems nice. Let's talk to Brandon again about school. You asked Brandon how he did on a math quiz you had trouble with. He got an A, of course. An hour passes. The clock chimes. You're in the den. It begins raining outside. Return. Can I talk to nope, that was it. No, wait a minute. In the corner of grandfather clock. It's 10 o'clock. Framed pictures line the walls. You walk around the perimeter of the den, inspecting the pictures idly. Most of them are family portraits from years past, Brandon cradled lovingly between his mother and father, or any of the one of the three on their own. Happy, tidy family. Let's look for pictures. What's with his uncle? What's so special about his uncle? You don't find any. Not one. The only picture here are Brendan and his parents. You don't know why that makes you feel uneasy. Time passes. Okay. Let's see. So I saw this. Clock chimes, I'm in the den. Oh, popcorn. You grab a handful of popcorn and it's buttery and delicious. Okay. Let's go to the bathroom. You head to the shower, down the hall from the den. Blech. I mean, you head to the bathroom. There's a shower, a linen closet, and a toilet. Shower. Shower is pristinely clean. Are you done here? A linen closet. It's a linen closet filled with large fluffy towels and washcloths. You're not sure why you looked in here. Are you finished? And a toilet. You don't have to go right now. Are you done here? Go back. You head back to the den. The kitchen. Passing through an empty dining room, you enter the kitchen, which is also deserted right now. Fridge. There are a few things here, so go. Grab a snack and exit the kitchen. You head back to the den. Clock chimes. You are in the den. The grandfather clock chimes the hour as Brandon Lee suddenly looks up from the 64. It's time, he says. Time for what? Someone knocks at the door. That's him, says Brandon, standing up. I should go let him in. As he leaves the den, you realize you could follow, but part of you really feels like being scared for a bit. That sounds like a great idea. Where is there to go? The kitchen. This passage does not exist. The kitchen. Where's there to go? Run to the bathroom. You run down the hall to the bathroom and lock the door behind you, or at least this could have been a bathroom. The walls are bare and white, and there's no sink or toilet, but there are some odd, featureless white boxes that could stand in for a shower or a linen closet. You crawl inside the plain white box that is about the size of a linen closet and close it. Behind you, from the front of the house, you hear the door slam open. After that, you don't hear anything except bad expression child. The rain. No, not just the rain, but that voice in the back of your head like a bad expression. I am coming for you, child. Like something you can't even begin to describe. Though you lock the door behind you, you hear it open easily. Something walks in. Hold your breath. You're not sure how you know something is out there, because you don't exactly. Oh, child. You hear it moving, but you know it's there, and you know it stops. Poor child, right outside your hiding spot. It opens the door, even though you immediately realize it doesn't have any hands. What kind of uncle? Oh, child, I'm so hungry, child. You cannot run, child. Hello, child. No more worries, child. Hello, child. Struggle equals cease. Screaming equals cease. I have friends for you, child. Friends for you. In the dark. You'll play forever. In the dark. Hello, child. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Oh, the uncle that works for Nintendo. Oh, that was it? Oh, ending's locked. Just play a game, take it easy, have a good time, nothing to get freaked out over. Meet your guests at the door. So there's multiple endings. Oh. That was really cool! A Twine game by Michael Lutz and an original art by Kimberly Parker. Huh. That was cool. I can really appreciate this because there was not a single jump scare in this game. They could have gotten me so many times. So many times they could have gotten me. Throwing cheap jump scares, JPEG images, and loud screaming noises at me, but they didn't. They used, what's the word? Atmosphere and immersion. And I can really appreciate that because I was literally on the edge of my seat the entire time. And that was really cool. I wouldn't say it's strong enough to put in the powerful games playlist, but it's definitely going in the scary playlist. Shoot, it freaked me out. So, definitely, I'll put the link in the description if you want to play it for yourself. It's on itch.io, I believe. It's free to play. You ain't got to buy it. You ain't got to download. Straight in your browser. You can support the game. And, do what you will. So, thank you so much for watching. And as always,